far behind.
Don't overwork that pastry.
I really don't want to serve the judges raw pastry,
Push them on, get an egg wash.
so I'm just really hoping that I can get enough colour on my pastry so at least it looks like a semi-decent pie.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Get them in the oven and hope for the best. Now I really need to focus on doing something with these peas and making it into a sauce.
Guys, 5 minutes to go. Come on.
Come on, let's go. Let's go, Sarah.
Just working on some more sauce to serve as an accompaniment.
I'm just making a little bit of a yogurt, lemon and parsley, herby yogurt sort of sauce to go with it.
I'm nervous. It's cranked, so...
What temp's your oven on?
like 200 million?
Yeah.
I'm doing a crushed cucumber salad with it.
Who would have thought that a little thing like a pie would cause so much heartache? 3 minutes to go.
Come on, Jesse. Come on, Maddie. Come on, Rose. How they looking, Rose?
I need time to get them out. Oh my God.
1 minute to go. Get those pies out and on the plate.
Come on, Jesse!
Nice work, Sarah.
Demoulding the pies and it's just crumbling in my hand. I imagine a terrible pastry. Not like this though.
I'm really nervous about getting this pie out. If I can't get my pie out and it's slop on a plate, no matter how good it tastes, I'll definitely be going home.
10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Oh my goodness.
Well done, Sarah.
I'm so excited with what I've done today. The pastry's golden. It looks like it's cooked through. I'm feeling very relieved.
The pastry is just way too short. I am going to be serving the judges a pie that they absolutely will not be able to pick up with their hands. I have a very, very real chance of going home today. I'm not kidding myself.
I have a huge feeling that I'll be the one going home. There's no hiding the fact that the pastry is just a bit of a train wreck.
The first pie we'd like to taste belongs to Matthew.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
You're going to have to share
I'm
that, though.
excited. Share what? I'm not sharing anything. That looks absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
I am so excited about this pie.
I'm speechless.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
You could put that on a cover of a magazine.
Absolutely right.
I don't know about putting it in a cover of a magazine. I'd put it in a big brown paper bag.
And put it in your mouth.
You could just see Gary sitting at the footy, watching,
Oh,
watching
mate,
his,
I'd be so happy.
watching his team lose, obviously, and eating one of them.
Smash it.
What is it?
It's beef, red wine, and pepperberry with bacon and mushrooms.
It sounds good.
Oh, no, that's so good. How good's that?
Oh,
Brilliant.
mate.
That is mighty fine pie.
Yum.
I'm going to eat all of this, so just make yourselves comfy.
This is absolutely delicious, and quite frankly, we should call you the Pied Piper, because you're the one everyone has got to follow. Often with pies, we love the filling, it's delicious. The great thing about this pie is the filling is delicious and bacon is wonderful, the meat's beautifully cooked, but the pastry is the thing you really love. And to make a pie where the pastry is the hero, not the filling, that's truly great pie making.
It's the best pie I've ever eaten on this show in 7 years. Well done. Tell me he's not safe.
What, he's safe? Yeah, of course he's safe.
Go upstairs, go on, up you go.
Really?
Go on. Yeah, it's amazing.
Brilliant. Don't need lunch now.
Next up, Rose.
It's a spiced beef and lentil pie with a yogurt little sauce to go with it. God, I'm so nervous.
Oh, looks good. Pretty good. Yeah, looks good. Look at that. It's delicious, it's tasty, there's lots of flavour, and the pastry's soft and crumbly.
Great flavour, and I love the fact that there's a bit of heat, so the yogurt's there just to cool it down a bit. Lentils, they need to be cooked a little bit more. Yep. But that's a smart filling.
Yeah, look, I love the warmth and the spices. I think that's really delicious, and you delivered on bringing us a pie that respected your cultural heritage, which we love.
Well done, Rose. Good job.
Next up, Jessie.
I feel really worried. If this pastry is raw, I think I'm pretty much guaranteed to be going home. It's a beef, bacon and red wine pie and a parsley and pea sauce. If this pastry is raw, I think I'm pretty much guaranteed to be going home.
That's raw pastry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so totally undercooked. It's a shame. You know the positives though? I mean, it's saucy, you know, there's lots of sauce, there's lots of flavour. The beef is braised beautifully. So there are positives, Jessie.
Thanks, Jessie.
I feel like I've just let myself down. Going home would be really disappointing.
This is going to be hard to beat. And then from Mindy, they said, you've beaten Audra. So they've set the bar like world record standard. And now I've got to beat them with a fish pie.
Andy.
Andy, we're a week away from the finals.
Yeah.
You've never won an individual challenge, have you?
No, not at all. I tend to leave it till we're in an elimination to pull something out of the bag. So it's good to finally be up here and putting some good food together.
So tell me what the dish is and tell me what your ingredients were.
I had smoked trout, fennel, capsicum, bread and parmesan.
Yep.
and a lime. It's a smoked trout pie with bread crumble on top.
I love smoked fish.
It's absolutely the best thing you've cooked in this competition.
Hey, that's right.
You know, honestly, if I had my way, I'd sneak now into the pantry, not anyone to see, and finish it off, because that is just perfection.
Thanks, Matt.
You didn't put the lime on.
We should try it with the lime on it. We haven't
We
tried it.
haven't tried the lime on it.
No, we haven't tried it with the
That's
lime.
only we haven't tried the lime on it. I mean, it's unfair to his dish.
Because it might make it really bad.
Yeah. And you might have blown it, and then you'll be negative about it.
You produced a beautiful dish.
Thank you.
Nice one, buddy.
It smells amazing.
Oh, man.
3 wonderful dishes. Audra, great use of leftover lamb. Mindy, a really clever bolognese ravioli. And Andy, a pie that had comfort written all over it. There can only be one winner, and that winner gets a massive advantage going into the next challenge, the invention test. And the winner of the fridge mystery box challenge is Andy.
So, won my first mystery box, cracked the duck. I'm on the board now.
About time.
Whoa, yeah, about time. Yeah, Ben.
Jesus. We've been carrying him for 10 weeks.
Thought I was no chance. And to beat these two next to me and the calibre that they're cooking every single challenge, I'm blown away.
Everything in that ramekin, you know, texture, flavour, warmth, comfort, the whole works. That's why you won.
I'm taking my dishes up and I'm feeling pretty vulnerable here. My pies look half decent and, you know, I hope it tastes good.
Lucas, tell me, what have we got?
We've got a chicken and leek pie on the left and on the right, apple pie.
Apple pie. Is it as good? You mentioned about your mum's apple pie. Is it as good as your mum's apple pie?
No, nowhere near it. I just didn't get the timing right, so I had to rush things and didn't get certain elements.
All right, let's have a go. First thing I'll notice, obviously, is the look. Looks like a bag of spanners. It's a bit rough.
Yeah.
And you can see on the pastry as well, not quite cooked in the middle, and the chicken mixture underneath it's a bit bland. And I'm looking for that big meaty punch, and it's not there.
That lacks salt. There's no salt in there, you know. 2 hours to put up 2 pies. You know what I mean? Then you forgot the most important thing, salt. I taste no salt whatsoever.
As for apple pie, I like the texture of the apple. It's lacking some sweetness and some salt. It's also lacking some kind of that wonderful ooziness of apple pie, you know, that richness and that intensity. Although in terms of shortness of pastry, in both cases, both the pastries are quite short and they crumble nicely.
Thank you.
Just tastes like sort of stewed apples. You say there's cinnamon in there?
Yeah, there is.
Can't get it.
Yeah.
The pastry, I mean, it's good. It's short. It's got that nice richness to it. Room to improve on both of them. And I think you've got it in you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm feeling okay after I've been judged. I'm certainly feeling a lot better than I did in that last half an hour.
The next 2 pies that we'd love to taste belong to Julia.
Oh, I feel so embarrassed. I'm mortified to put those pies up in front of them. I've never, ever made something that looks so messy and just so incredibly bad. Oh, I just want to crawl into a hole and die.
Julia, tell me what you did. So this is the savoury pie?
Is a duck and red wine pie. And the sweet is a chocolate and salted caramel.
Julia, the filling's good. It's really tasty, really strong, really meaty. The pastry is really short. So when you put it in your mouth, you get that lovely, crumbly, short crust pastry taste, which is fantastic. In saying that, it's not cooked. So it's a little raw on the bottom and it's very raw on the top. Just could have cooked for longer.
They said that the filling was good, which made me feel okay, but the pastry is so important that I'm still really scared about that one.
Now, Julia, across to your... This is a butterscotch pie. What is this?
Chocolate and salted caramel.
It was originally a butterscotch.
Yeah, the butterscotch didn't work out so well, so it was more of a caramel.
Pastry's crunchy, biscuity, delicious. It's a great dessert. It just cries out for a dollop of something to go with it, whether it's some acidity or some cream or something just to make it even more bad for you.
I'm not a chocolate fan. Don't be scared, but I'm not. So let's hope the taste wins me over. It's not a pretty pie, but it certainly tastes very sexy. I love it. Good work.
Thank you.
Julia, please take your place and return to your station.
Next up is Justine.
I'm kind of trying to be strong about it. I know there is going to be some positives in my dish and hopefully they will, counteract the negatives. I'm just crossing my fingers that I've done enough to stay in this competition.
These rich, dark, meaty flavours of bacon and red wine and mushroom and beef need a really robust pastry to work against them. And this is just too short and too fine. It's a bit like trying to constrain a great big rugby prop forward in a little chiffon nightie. It ain't going to work, it ain't going to look good.
I completely understand what he's saying about my pastry. I agree, and I was thinking the same. I just hope this is going to not be the thing that will send me home.
This looks great. That is a stunning filling. It's really nice. That is giddy-up material. I love it. Good work.
Chris?
This challenge is definitely mine to lose. I've got all the information. I've had 12 hours to sit back and contemplate what to do. So if I don't win it, it's going to be a waste of a giant advantage that I've been given.
That's the sort of fish pie that even me, with my aversion to fish pie, wants to dive into. Delicious, acidic. I thought when I tasted it walking around that perhaps the sauce was going to be too bitey, too lemony, but it's mellowed beautifully in the pan. Pastry's good. Congratulations.
Right, onto your Tahitian lime tart.
Yep.
Really pretty to look at. I love little tarts, my type of thing. They're beautiful, full of flavour, full of zing, full of lime flavour. That's a tremendous job. Well done, Chris.
I think I've answered the brief really well. I've showed good technique. I've got the pastry right. The judges are happy with the fillings. Overall, I'm pretty happy.
The next two pies we'd love to taste belong to Poe.
I did feel extra nervous, even though I thought my pie definitely looked better than everyone's. Like, it's always down to the flavour and you just never know.
It looks really pretty. The little crimps that you put around the edge are perfect, absolutely perfect. The filling's interesting. The reason why it's interesting is because that blue cheese gets in the way of something, and it sort of confuses it a little bit.
Okay.
You've taken the risk. I mean, I love blue cheese. I like it because I like blue cheese. I think your pastry's lovely. The balance of everything is really good. So that wins for me. I really like it.
So now, onto your dessert. What you've given us is a wonderful combination of not too sweet pastry, that beautiful sourness of the rhubarb, and that richness of the chocolate. And really, that is a cracking dessert and possibly the best we've seen today. Poe, I love this dish because I think it's a really clever, modern interpretation of a pie, and you've combined 3 interesting flavours that I've not seen before on the same plate. Chocolate, hazelnut, and rhubarb. Well done.
The judges say some pretty nice things about my dishes, and it is like music to my ears because I think I'm safe.
Thanks, guys. This dish is so particular. Brendan's plating up was just immaculate. I pied my lemon curd into my white chocolate base. I've got my crisp pearls, my fennel shots, and the rocher discs, and the parfait balls, and my candied ginger cubes. For my garnish, I've got fennel flowers, fennel fronds, and my ginger snow to finish it off. I'm really happy with all the elements. I've managed to do them all, and I couldn't do any more. I'm pretty stoked to be serving Brendan's dish back to him. I'm quietly confident, but in this competition, you just never know.
Take a seat, man.
Thank you.
It's been really interesting watching you. In the kitchen, you were organised, you were clean, you were neat, you were tidy. Were you more focused because of the fact that potentially you could be going home?
Yeah, I definitely don't want to go home. This means a lot to me, and I've never had an opportunity like this to be a part of something like MasterChef, and it truly is an amazing experience, and I want to take every last bit of it.
Loads of elements on this dish. Have you missed any off?
No, I haven't.
Great.
Does it make you feel good?
Yeah, it does. I was walking out of that kitchen beaming.
Good on you, Ben. We really loved watching you cook, but at the end of the day, as they say, the proof is in the pudding, isn't it?
Yep, definitely.
Right. Come and reveal.
Yes, great. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you, Ben. How good does that look? Yeah, it's beautiful,
Love
isn't
the
it?
precision.
It is.
Love the
it
precision.
is. All the elements on the plates just looks like a restaurant quality dish.
Yeah.
But the other thing that I love the fact that that's actually a snow and it's super fine.
And looking really pretty.
All right, let's taste. Is that a smile on your face?
I think it's bang on.
Yeah?
I think it's beautiful. Beautiful execution. Flavours all there. All the right balance is there. He's got enough sweetness, but again, he's got enough of that herbaceous characters to actually balance it.
This is an amateur cook that had 3 hours to prep your dessert.
For someone to walk into a kitchen, walk into our kitchen, professional setup, 3-hour time frame, bang this out, I tell you, he's probably twice the cook than I am.
I think Ben's done an outstanding job. You know, the caramelisation of the white chocolate, absolutely spot on. The snow, cascades, it's got that lightness.
All the textures there, all the flavours there, every element is there and looking absolutely pretty as a picture. So, you know, big thumbs up for this one.
Right, let's get Janine started on her plate up.
Good luck.
Plating up, I feel the pressure is on. I need to try and get this as good as Brendan got it. It's a bit like Tetris. I'm really happy with my lemon curd parfait balls and coconut brochet. I just hope that it's going to be enough because it is very obvious that there are missing elements and it could send me home. Looking at this dish, it is very obvious that there are missing elements. I just hope that it's going to be enough.
Well, Janina, a big cloche covering some big hopes. Are those hopes going to come true, or are you going home today?
I hope I'm not going home today. I know that there's some things missing. The fennel flowers, the ginger, and I didn't have enough time to pound the snow.
So you didn't need to blitz the snow, so you got...
I've got snowballs.
You got snowballs?
I've got snowballs.
Do you think those little things are going to cost you?
Possibly.
Janine, do you want to reveal?
Sure.
Do you want to put the snow on?
That's not too bad.
It's time for us to taste. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Brendan, what do you think?
Just by the looks of it, she's missing what seems to be the candied ginger, the crisp pearls, and the fennel flowers.
That if you've eaten the original, you'll be craving that crispness, those extra little punches of flavour. But until we taste it, we can't pass judgment.
So what do you think, Brendan?
The lemon curd parfait balls are beautiful. The snow, actually, despite it not being blended, is really fresh and it's cutting through very nicely.
I agree with you. The ginger snow, it tastes great.
The little discs of coconut rocher, they were great.
But the actual caramelized white chocolate, it's rather light in flavour. You can tell she hasn't cooked it out enough. She hasn't drawn enough of that flavour out of it.
I'm missing the herbaceousness of what your dish had, you know, by putting the fennel fronds,
and
you know,
fennel pollen.
And pollen, that added this savoury note to your dish that this lacks.
There's nothing relieving the sweetness, so it ends up being quite a sweet dessert, whereas yours is a lot more balanced and it has all those facets of a lemon meringue pie, but with the sophistication of the herbaceousness of the fennel, which sadly is missing in this dish.